Good morning, good morning, good morning, Pisces, or good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're deciding to watch this. It is morning here in Oregon, in the USA, on the West Coast. So I wish you a happy Saturday. This is Pisces, the week of the 19th through the 25th, guys. Oh my gosh, we're going through April like no tomorrow. For those of you that are brand new, thank you for popping in and checking out my channel. My name is Patty, and I'm an empath that is here to do your intuitive tarot, a little different than probably what you're used to. I pull from the divine and whoever's on the other side with wisdom first for whatever your struggles are, challenges, maybe life journey questions that you might have. And also I incorporate astrology and numerology. And then we have a lot of fun because it is live and you can ask questions. If it's in relation to what we're talking to, I will respond right away. If not, then we will answer your questions at the end. All right. But don't ever forget to pop in and say hello. Tell me where you're from. If you watch these videos and you've been doing that for a while, thank you. I appreciate your support. But also, too, pop in and tell me your testimonies or make a comment if things do happen in your reading like they say it does. I mean, as I go through them, I would love to know your testimony. I would say, hey, this happened, you know, like the moon and the stars and the planets and the intuitive part, you know. I love your comments. I read them all and I love all your comments. So don't forget to comment. All right. I'm not sure if the live chat is working this morning. I had set this up yesterday and it acts like it is not. So if you are here, pop in and say hello. That way I know our chat is working. So let's get going. We are doing the 19th through the 25th, guys. So for those of you that are brand new, I'm pulling 3 oracles. These are oracle cards. They're a little different. So when I first started tarot, I was like, what the heck is an oracle? You know, so it's like a theme card that is going to be for this week. So the first card I'm going to pull is the Divine's card. Maybe there's a message you've been asking about. Maybe there's a struggle you're going through. Maybe this will help you in any of your challenges. But this is the Divine's message to you today. This is also the second card is the current energy, the 19th through the 25th. And the third card is the oracle for the future. Now, usually I say the future for the weekend and the next week, but it is not. Even the planets are saying the planets are saying for the next 2-3 months. Sorry, I had a download here for a second. So they sort of interrupt. So if you hear me say thank you, guys, that is actually thanking somebody from the other side or whoever's giving me information and wisdom from the other side or wanting to share something. So if you hear me say that, that is what that's for, because it's respect. All right. So we have our first card out, which is our oracle for the divine. This is a very interesting card because it's popped up once before, about 2 weeks ago. So he's actually, and you'll hear me say divine is he's energy. That's just my thing. I got politically corrected on one of my readings. And you know what? Energy is energy. You can call him whatever you want. I call him he or I call him God. So if you call him Allah, you call him Buddha, you call him whatever it is, universe, that's for you. This is for me. All right. So this first card is the energy of the spider. Now, if we look at the spider's card is a creative projects. This is really in line with spring. Because when you think about April, especially March and April, we're beginning to create a new garden. We're beginning to create new energies, something new and fresh, something that changes almost in a constant because it's growing. It's sort of like if you have a project, if you're a lady and you start, I don't know, drawing or knitting or whatever, you start the project and it goes through a process until you get to the end. Sometimes there is no end, right? It just keeps going and going and going and going. You could keep changing it. Now, I used to do art in college, and I'd go back and I'd look at something and it was like, I'm not happy with that. I'm a sketcher. So I would be sketching something. Now I got to go back and change this. And I could have done that continuously over and over. But there's a point where we have to say, this is good enough. This is where I'm going to stop. But that's where this creative energy is, because this creative energy is also the number 6. Number 6 is about your harmony, improving yourself, bettering yourself, getting yourself to a higher level, more vibrational level. And that is what the planets are saying too, because as we are in spring, we are actually growing ourselves, and it's evolving and transformation and changing, especially sort of like if you think of a garden. You plant the seed grows into a little sprout, the sprout begins to grow into a plant, the plant begins to have some type of fruit, whether it's vegetable or fruit or whatever it is, and then it grows until it's done, right? So this is sort of what the divine is saying. What is it that you're trying to grow? What is it that you're trying to create? And that could be something in your mind. It could be something, maybe you're a writer. Maybe you're into art. Maybe you just like to create things, make jewelry or something like that. Okay. Wow. I can't. You've seen me shuffle, right? Okay. Pisces. Same blasted card. Okay. But there is a message in this. Okay. It is the Raven again. So I don't know if you guys got the Raven last time. Raven has been popping up almost every single reading. I'd say maybe at least 3/4 of the readings. And the reason why is that this creative energy that you have inside, because it's the number 10, something ending, but this is a new beginning. Okay, this is where the energy is, new beginning. This creative energy, it's like some people say that if you look at those two words, I hate that, it's magic, it's coincidence. No, it's not. It's not a coincidence. You have the gift and talents that you do. However, a lot of people do not pay attention to the synchronistic events, which I call destiny. So destiny is a lot of people have destiny and purpose completely wrong. I used to think that. I used to think destiny and purpose. What is my destiny? No, that is not correct. Our purpose is what we want to get to. Our destiny is the events that gets us to our purpose or our calling or what we have a passion for or what we have, in our life that we want to do. So we always say that you should love your job or enjoy your job or, find something that you would enjoy, which is really hard for most of us because the way society is. However, these are the synchronistic events that are leading you there. And some people just haven't paid attention to them. So it leads them off in the wrong path. And the reason why this is really important, the divine's really got a movie going here for me in my head, is that the third card, the future card, for the couple next months, for the couple months coming, I can't speak today, is the Bard. Okay, music, poetry, myth. Now, I didn't even look at this. I didn't even know this card was there. And what was I talking about in the very beginning? I was saying, are you a writer? Are you an artist? Are you, what do you like to do? What do you want to create and grow? Okay, so the Bard is your future energy of, what is your history? What's your storytelling? What is your story? That's why when I'm going to start asking people to share their story on here or their comments, if something comes to light and resonates with you and you go through your synchronistic events, your journey, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, this is sort of like what, Pat was saying, what the divine was saying. I'd love to know that, because the thing is that more people see that, maybe to pay attention to the divine and the synchronistic events in your life, you're actually going to come to where you're supposed to be and where you can enjoy life, where you can have joy in the things that you're doing. All right. So, and the number 7 with the Bard, the number 7 in numerology, is about your advancement, your process, your improvement. It's same thing also, but it's also the rewards. So the future energy is the rewards. Okay, so we got to really pay attention. We all get rewards of some kind. I'm going through physical therapy for my knee. And last week, the physical therapist on Friday said, what are you going to do this? You worked really, really hard this week. What are you going to do this weekend? I'm like, I don't know. I'm a homebody. And it's like, I don't know. And he's like, well, you should reward yourself because you have worked really, really hard. And that's the thing, is what we need to do is learn a habit to reward ourselves, not expect it from somebody else, but to reward ourselves. First card out, guys. I can't make this up. So there's also, if you look at this, there's a doorway. It's an all opening. It's an opportunity. there is something that you could have in this creativity as an opportunity. Now, the Pentacles we know is more of a earthly possession kind of a thing. So, maybe this creativity is going to bring you money on the side. Maybe this creativity is going to help somebody else make money on the side, or maybe it's just a creative energy that you have in yourself to help others. You don't know. But there is something coming, either travel wise or communication wise, for this opportunity. Thank you. So they're saying too, but somebody's going to miss it. So it's coming fast, but see the wands are actually facing away from that opportunity. So if somebody's going to miss it, and the reason why they're missing it is because they really don't pay attention to the energies that are being put in front of them to say, hey, this is what we're trying to give you. Here. They're just sort of ignoring it because their mind is in the wrong place. I don't know who that's for. And what I mean by that is that you're focused in on something that you shouldn't be. So if you're focused, for example, if you're having trouble in a relationship and you're focusing in on that trouble so much, but there's an opportunity to say, somebody's saying, hey, have you thought about this? Maybe 2-3 times they're saying that about yourself, because you have to look at yourself when there's a problem in a relationship. A lot of it's communication, guys. People don't want to communicate properly. That's why I have a communication video. But the thing is that we have to look at ourselves. And if we miss that opportunity to pay attention, like, oh, maybe I just need to have more active listening, and maybe you don't do that. So you miss that whole opportunity, and that person, you end up fighting more and they leave and blah, 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 blah. So you're focused in on the wrong thing. Okay. I'm an entrepreneur. If I don't pay attention to everything that's coming around me, I may miss out on that opportunity. For example, I'm looking for a piece of hardware for a carriage harness kind of a thing. And I went out and I asked the community, this horse community for carriages, does anybody know where I can get this hardware? Because it's not common. And so if I would not have paid attention to everybody that actually responded, which were many, I might lose out on that opportunity of hearing of a supplier, and I would have just gone away. So maybe that one person had the right opportunity, but maybe I didn't pay attention to them, but paid attention to everybody else. I lost out. And nobody else had it. I lost out. So this is why it's really important, like the hermit, to look over and pay attention to all of it before you decide and make a decision on what you want to do. All right. And that's the same with your story and storytelling. While I'm in the process, again, of writing another book, the thing is that we have to look at the whole process. We have to look at the whole story, and then we can put you can write and write and write, but this could be your story, whatever it is, your testimony to somebody, to help somebody. Yeah. But you might have pieces here and there, but then when you put the puzzle together, it becomes together. However, in the very beginning, it's not. It looks like a complete mess. So if you're a writer, or if you're drawing, or if you're doing art, or if you're putting a piece of jewelry together, at first it doesn't look like anything, but as we graduate and we keep going with our consistency in our whatever it is that we want to do, then at the very end, we have a beautiful, beautiful piece of jewelry, beautiful writing, art, whatever it is. Or if you're in finance, you see the rewards of that hard work that you're putting into. And the reason why I didn't mean to say that, but this card popped up and I was like, wow. So the 10 of Cups is about that full completion of everything that you love to do, everything that you want to have. It's that, most of us, we just want to be loved. We just want to have happiness. We just want to enjoy life. We don't want a whole bunch of drama mamas, drama daddies, drama kind of a thing. We just want to start to enjoy life. And you will as you get in your 40s, 50s, and well, you know what? I'm not telling you how old I am. So, but again, this is about hard work. It does take hard work. Nothing comes for free. And if it does, you better beware there's a connection to something, to that thing. It's like in the horse world. Oh, I got a free horse. No, you didn't. Trust me. You think it's free. Just wait. I had client that did that. They got a free horse. They said it was coming into a barn I was managing, and I'm like, where's it coming from? What's it, I want to know everything about it because they can come in with diseases and all kinds of stuff. And the thing was, they were so excited. This family was so excited. The dad's 6'1", something like that. The horse comes in, and the horse is just bigger than a pony. I'm like, okay, that's another problem. Number one. Number two, we got to quarantine the horse. The horse became sick it gets colic from transport and all that kind of stuff. And it got sick the first 2 days, and I had to call the vet, and they had to pump the stomach. They had to do all that kind of stuff. And then it ended up with ringworm, and that free horse cost them $2,500 within just 2 weeks. There's nothing free about a free horse. Beware if you come across it and you're like, oh, but it's free. Please think twice. But it is a lot of hard work. It is a lot of hard work to pay attention. It is a lot of hard work to analyze yourself, to actually want to go deep within yourself, to find out what it is that I really, truly, truly want. What do I want to do next in life? What is my story that I want to do next? What is it that I want to leave as a footprint for people that don't understand that? Leave a legacy to be remembered by. If you're angry and bitter, do you want people to remember you by that? Or do you want to be remembered by your talents, your gifts, or if you're compassionate, or if you're a volunteer and giving? What is it that you want to be remembered by? All right. Oh, wrong cards. All right. So let's see what else we got here. But there's an offering coming your way. I like this because here's the thing. Look at this. So really pay attention because you got an offering coming that's fairly fast, and it's going to bring you a lot of joy. So joy comes from within your heart, not your head. That's happiness. That's first dimensional. That is worldly. We want to be more higher self. I'm going to start using that a little bit more because a lot of people misunderstand what I mean by divine, but more of higher self, which is more of our spiritual energy, more of our second dimensional energy and things like that. All right. So we do want to get to that spiritual higher level. And all you have to do that is to love and to walk in absolute truth. And whenever you want something not true to come out of your mouth, you stop it. And this is truth, your truth, not somebody else's truth, because you don't know what anybody else's truth is. But to do that, you just stop it. And then you start being the person that you were created to be. And then you tell your story. I've got a lady who has gone through HE double toothpicks and back. This girl should not be alive today. And the stories she could tell you, I've got her writing. And she's excited because that's also her therapy. Because she can actually now get out all this pain, all this sorrow, all this anger. And through that writing, she is telling some really awesome stories. And she is a really, really good writer. She never knew that. She just says, I have all this stuff inside me. I don't know what to do with it. And the divine put her in my path. And she goes, you know what? It was really weird is I knew that I was supposed to meet you. So there is a synchronistic events to what happened in your life. And it brings you to your higher self, the hangman. It does bring you to your higher self. So whatever it is for you today, that this day forward for the next week or 2 months, there's something creative that is going on in you that you're going to bring to light. And you know what it is. You know why? That's your intuition. That's that little voice telling you, let's go. It's like, have you ever started thinking about somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, and you start thinking about them, and it just doesn't seem to go away, and you think about them, and it's like, okay, I wonder what they are, where they are, what they're doing, how they're doing. And then, for example, you find a phone number that you used to have of theirs, you don't even know if it's theirs anymore, and you call it, and it's them, and they're like, wow, I've been thinking of you lately, too. That's weird. That's your intuition. That's the divine. That's divine saying, I need you guys to connect for some reason. There is a reason. That's why I say synchronistic events are, I believe people come into our life for a certain reason. I believe we are drawn to them for a certain reason. I believe we are pushed away from them for a certain reason. And I believe we can actually ask divine, if this person is not supposed to be in my life, especially if you're dating, if it's not supposed to be in my life, please take them away. And you know why I believe in that? Because I'm telling you everything I have experienced and lived. I live this life. So that is something that I've had happen. It's like, take them away. If this is not of you, boom, gone. Because sometimes we get our feelings and emotions attached to that person, and we don't even know if that's us or the divine, or if it's being manipulated, and it shouldn't even be that person. Some of us got into marriages and got into relationships that we should have never been in the first place, but because of certain reasons we allowed it. I remember a friend of mine came back from the military and blew me away. He had gotten married to a girl. I just thought, nope, she is not for you. This is not good. This, and came back and said, hey, we got married. And I said, why? He goes, because I don't think I could find anything, so I have to compromise. I'm like, really? And he is a wonderful guy. It's just that she manipulated and got it happen. And because he was down on himself, he allowed it to happen. Wrong marriage. And did it work? No. She's cheated. She did all kinds of stuff. Anyway, this is a good reading, guys, because we've got a lot of good things coming. The Nine of Cups is your wish card. And your wish card, I don't like the word wish. This is your desires, your dreams. It's up to you not to make it a pipe dream. Now, a pipe dream, for those of you that don't know, is we dream of something and we want something. Say, I want to go to Bora Bora. I'm a scuba diver. I would love to go to Bora Bora. Haven't dove in years, but I still want to go to Bora Bora. I would try to dive in Bora Bora, yes, but I want to go to Bora Bora. And so I think of that. But I can dream to go to Bora Bora, but if I don't do anything about it, if I don't start looking at how much it's going to cost, how much I need to save, what I need to take, what are the country's regulations, blah, 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 then it becomes a pipe dream. So if we don't move towards something, if we don't take the steps towards something, a dream can't happen. It becomes a pipe dream, an unreal dream. So don't make it a pipe dream, because there you've got something coming up, a big thing coming up. But it is going to take a little bit of work. Everything that we do, it's like, thank you. So they're talking about, we're given gifts and talents. And even if we're given gifts and talents, whatever yours is, because every single person has a gift or a talent, it's up to you if you want to use it or not. However, when we look at these gifts and talents, the thing is that people have the misconception that you don't have to work at them. Well, a gift and talent should be just given to you and you should have it. No, the reason why is that we have to bring ourselves to a different level of that talent, of that gift. Even if you have a prodigy that plays the piano beautifully, that little person had to sit down at the piano, had to put his fingers on the piano, had to listen to him or her inside, had to listen to the voices that were saying you can do this or whatever it is, and maybe at first it wasn't as cool or as keen, and then all of a sudden before you know it they're playing Beethoven and whatever, and maybe never ever read music or whatever. That's a prodigy. However, they had to still work at that gift or talent. So that is just something, it is given to us. However, if we don't, then the divine say, well, you know what, then I'll just take it away, or I'm going to let it just dissipate to nothing because we chose not to do that. All right. So let's see what else divine has to share. Holy Toledo. So now you guys too, before I forget, don't forget to like, share, subscribe at this point. But also on the subscribes, I am going to be doing a full moon reading. That is on the 26th. I thought it was the 28th, but it is actually the 26th. And I will be doing a full moon reading, but you won't know I'm on unless you subscribe and hit the bell probably. All right, because that'll tell you when I'm on live. And it'll also tell you when I'm on live for readings as well. Okay. This is wonderful, you guys. Somebody's going to be connecting not only with an old friend, but this is going to be a friend that helps release some burdens for you. Somebody's been sort of stuck in the mud, and it's going to stop this burden. And the reason why is it's the number 10. So the number 10, it's going to be completed. It's sort of going to be like there's a big lifting. This is for a different energy here. And when I say it's for a different energy, it's probably for a different person is what I mean. Okay. So that just means that this person is going to reconnect with somebody. Maybe this is a healing time for somebody to actually go to the next level for themselves. But this friendship is very familiar. Now, it could be a friend that you meet and you say, wow, I just feel like I've known you all my life. one of those friends, but it also could mean somebody that is coming from your past or somebody from a recent past that you knew and met and reconnecting, and it's just going to feel like old times again. However, for one of you, I don't know if it's you or if it's coming to you that they need a burden released, or they or you need that burden released because somebody's been stuck. So that's going to be really, really important, because this is going to help you in your synchronistic. This person came into your being process for a reason. Again, your destiny. Boop, boop. Pay attention to when these people come in and out of your life and what events are coming in and out. It's fun to just continually, I know it's probably annoying to my family and to my friends. It's just I'm continually analyzing, and I'm not analyzing from a secular meaning or worldly, a first dimension. I'm analyzing from a second dimension, spiritual. Okay, why did this person come into life? What is it in relation to? Is it relation to my job, my personal life? Is it relation into a desire that I have? Which one is it? Okay, and what are they bringing to the table? I mean, these are fun things that we can do to actually, and then before you know it, you can actually sort of predict your own future, because it's like, oh, okay, well, is it going this way, or is it going this way, or is it going this way, or is it going this way? And you can just, you might not be able to predict it exactly, but you'll be able to say, I can see where this might be going. Yeah. So it's a really, really fun. It's a good energy, and the divine, you get closer to the divine when you do that, because you're listening to the second dimension. You're listening to the divine, because he's putting these destiny things into to get you to your purpose and your calling. All right. You got to pay attention to your intuition now. If you don't do that, then you're just sort of lost and you're just sort of fumbling around. All right, but you got some beautiful, beautiful readings. You got some good stuff coming your way, Pisces. It's about time, right? Okay, so let's see what the moon and the planets are saying, which I sort of know already. Yeah. Okay, so this is exactly what the planets were saying, especially from the new moon reading, and it's going to process through to the full moon reading, and it's everything here we just talked about. It is a process. You cannot skip the thing. This is your destiny. This is the things, the synchronistic events. It's educating yourself. It's bringing things into perspective and light. It's actually changing you to where you need to be going. It's transforming you to where you should be going. It's getting you on your path. It's getting you balanced. Okay. And that's what the planets are saying here as well. But this is you. This has got to be your inner strength. This has to be a decision and choices. You've got choices coming, but it's got to be up to you. And that's your strength. You know where it comes from when I see that, though? I come across the word no. Some people do not have the courage to say no when it is actually helping them to focus in more on them. And the word should. I really should do this. That means you're doing it out of obligation. You're not doing it because you want to. Think about that next time you use the word should. I used to say that when I was going through my counseling from abuse. I used to say that to my counselor. I said, yeah, I should go see my mom. She goes like, did you hear just what you said? And I'm like, yeah, I should go see my mom. And she goes, no, the word should. And she's the one that actually brought that up. So every time I would say the word should, I would analyze, am I really doing it out of obligation or because I want to? And she was 100% right. Because I was doing it because I didn't want to. It's just sort of like, okay, I have to. And so I learned to stop that. I don't do things I should do anymore. I do things that I want to do because it is my life, my journey. I don't have to do anything if I want to. Kind of a thing. Yeah, we have to work and stuff like that, but you guys know what I mean. Don't get all that political stuff on me, all right? But that's where that is. So you've got some energies coming, really good energies this week. Pay attention, listen to your intuition, make sure that whatever you're doing is creative, what you love to do, even if it's just one thing. So you don't like your job, but do something that you love that raises your, whether it's taking a hike, taking a walk, doing whatever hobby that you like. I wouldn't say play games all day 24/7 because that's not balance. That's not healthy either for your body, your mind, and your heart and your soul. It is just not. So if you're a gamer, Maybe regulate how much you're gaming. I'm just giving you some tools and ideas because it's not healthy, because that's not helping you tell your story. It's like, oh, what did he do? What did she do all her life? Oh, she sat on the computer for 24 hours a day playing games. And yeah, that's too bad. Don't want to be remembered that way. So this is your reading, guys, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. When you hit the likes, it really helps our YouTube creators because it gets it's seen more. And then, of course, through the subscriptions and hitting the bell, you'll be able to know when we're on and enjoy even more videos like this one, at least. If this didn't resonate with you, but you thought of somebody while you were watching it, send it and share it with them because it may help them in some way or another. And that's what we are on this earth for, is to help others and not end it with ourselves. All right. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you on either the full moon reading or your next reading on the 26th. Take care.